Stitchwort is quite discreet when it's not flowering, but it is a very abundant herb. And you see you have two leaves, like a pair of leaves coming that way, and a pair of leaves going that way, and a pair of leaves going that way. And they're quite sort of like long, like wiry stems. Of course, in the late spring, early summer, they have lots of white flowers, which are very distinctive, very common in woodland hedges in most parts of Europe. And yeah, like here is a woodland, but you often get them in really established hedges. They are very good for sort of cuts and wounds and sprains and respiratory disorders, and you can eat the leaves and the flowers and the stems, although it's not recommended to do that all the time, just now and again. But they have like sort of mild toxins, but not really that much. Quite crunchy, quite lettuce-like. So yeah, kind of good if you've got like a tummy ache or something. And they're called stitchworts because if you pick a bit and you've got a stitch, when you're walking, running, stopping, and you get like a stitch, and you can get this and sort of rub it onto the stitch and it gets rid of it. But it's called stitchwort because it kind of stitches wounds together, so it's good to like make wounds better. And yeah, very, very common, like a carpet of white flowers when it flowers. And you can see it's going all along this bank here. And of course this bank is in a woodland now, but it was once a hedgerow between fields. And you see all over here, loads and loads more stitchwort. And if I just jump through it down here, there's loads of it here. Now it takes very, very different cuttings. If you follow one of these gangly stems along, you can find a little bit where it's rooted in, and then it just comes up with a little bit of roots, and then it will just grow, you know, just in a similar location, semi-shade, under trees, it will just grow. But even just a little bit like that, just stuck into the ground, will grow. They are very easy to get to grow, but they don't seem to be all that wonderful at seeding themselves. But they do seed themselves, it's just they seem to spread themselves vegetatively much better. So it's there all winter, just like this, and then about sort of May, loads and loads of flowers. It usually flowers with the wild bluebells and the campions in the late spring, early summer. So it's a very, very colourful plant and very common in established woodland and hedgerows.